Hello and welcome to Science All Around Us, Explore the World. Now today we're at the Marblehead Light and we are looking at this big structure. Now this is the Marblehead Lighthouse and it is just another lighthouse, but it has a lot of very interesting features. Now, first of all, if we look, there's only this area that's actually a column that you can climb up in. And normally, lighthouses will have the tower encompassing the whole area that this support system does in this lighthouse. And this support system is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, that column has a lot of strength because it's big and it's a nice round column, and columns are actually very good for support. And so this structure is really capitalizing on the fact that that's the best, but they didn't want to make it as wide as the top. And what the structure does is it basically uses tension, so these beams, and a mix of tension and compression, which are these beams, okay? Now generally the wider beams are the compression and tension, and the smaller beams are the, basically just tension. And so we can use that to see how this really is working. And right here, this is a tension beam. So if we look at this is in tension. So that either means it's pulling this in or pulling the building up. Now, judging from the fact that the building is still standing, I'm guessing it's not pulling the building up, but rather pulling the structure in. And the nice thing for the structure about that is that it can use the girders connected to our little cylinder right here to add extra force to the points at which the building actually implied force to the structure. And then it basically just carries those forces all the way up to the top of the building and to the top of the lighthouse. And that's actually a really interesting point, is that when you keep compression and tension in balance, then you can have a structure that can actually transmit forces and not just be a force. Now, basically, we are actually looking at a triangle in the structure of the Marblehead Lighthouse. And if we look at it, there are actually a lot of triangles. There's one that runs up this beam, down this beam, and then across this beam. Now, there's also one I can actually look that goes from here to here, and then goes right back across to our starting point. And the triangles are actually the best structure for transmitting force and applying good pressure, because basically on a square, if you apply pressure on it, normally it'll just buckle in. But with a triangle, I can apply as much force as I want here, and this would either curve in, or any of the other beams would curve. Well, no other beams would curve, I guess. And also, if you apply pressure at just one point, really nothing would happen, because you're in compression on most of these beams. And if you think about it, if you compress a straw, which we can use to represent our beam, and then you try pulling a straw, normally with a straw, if you compress it, it will buckle, but if you pull it out, it will expand. But if you have a straw that's filled with something, it physically can't buckle. And so therefore, these are actually really, really good supports in compressing. Thank you for watching.